Hi, everybody. This is Nicole Ofelia from this page and channel from Conocete Know Yourself. Thank you for being here today. And today I'm interviewing here Dr. Jonathan Field. Thank you, doctor, for being here. It's an honor to have you in this space. And can you maybe tell us a little bit about what is it that you do, and we can go from there?
Sure, absolutely. My name is Dr. Jonathan M. Fields. I'm an acupuncturist, functional medicine doctor. I do vitamin injections. We're going to be doing PRP and stem cells, ozone in here as well, and herbal medicine. So traditional herbal medicine that's been used for thousands of years successfully to treat a lot of things that a lot of the specialists don't do well with. So usually when people have exhausted all of their options, when they've tried every medication and everything has failed, then they end up at our door, and we usually find solutions for them.
Yeah, I so much believe in alternative medicine, holistic. So great, thank you. Can you tell us a little bit, how did you get started with acupuncture?
Sure, it's a great question. I've been in martial arts most of my life. So one of my qigong master, Dr. George Love, is an acupuncturist for close to 40 years now, and I've been training with him for about 16 years. And whenever I used to get injuries from training martial arts, I used to get acupuncture, and it helped me tremendously with muscular, skeletal stuff. And the qigong, which is like Tai Chi, but specifically for health and healing, and where Tai Chi is a martial art as well. It was so impactful on my life, and I could feel the changes that were happening once I started practicing on a regular basis. That it made me want to lean closer and closer towards this medicine. Yet it was still a very big commitment to actually go and pursue this as a career. I had to go back and do a master's degree, and later on I did a doctorate. So for many years, I just kind of interned with my doctor and kind of helped him around at his clinic and helped him with his marketing in exchange for treatments. We had a barter system going, and I just always thought it was fascinating. And then about 10 years ago, I had a health crisis of my own. I was having hot flashes and chills and fatigue and depression and joint pain and tendonitis, carpal tunnel. I was pretty much disabled for almost a year. I couldn't work because I had so much pain. And I went to see every doctor and every specialist you could think of, neurologists and orthopedics and surgeons. And they all said, nothing is wrong with you. It's fine. Endocrinologists, they did biopsies of my thyroid, the whole nine.
Wow.
They said, it's all in your head, which nobody wants to hear. And they said, here's some muscle relaxers, here's some pain pills, see you later. Now, I knew that wasn't going to work for me. I think I tried one muscle relaxer and I said, I feel terrible. Not going to happen. And I knew better. I didn't want to get caught up in the drugs in the system. And I walked into a supplement shop one day that I had been friends with the owner, Reed Eckert. He's been in business for over 30 years, and he's a formulary. He actually invents vitamins for MDs. And I walked in one day, and the first thing Reed says to me is, you look like shit. So I said, well, it's nice to see you too, Reed. Thank you. And I tell him the whole story, and he tells me, you're fine. I know what's wrong. I'm going to fix you. You're healthy. You're going to be fine. And I didn't believe him because I've already been to all these doctors, and they told me the same thing. It's all in your head. There's nothing wrong with you. But I thought that I must have had like cancer or AIDS. I was getting progressively worse. It was getting really bad. And Reed put me on some supplements, and within 2 weeks, no more hot flashes, no more chills, no more fatigue, no more depression, gone like that after over a year. And after having gone through that whole thing, then he put me with a chiropractor, and I was still doing acupuncture, and it took a while longer to get rid of all the muscular skeletal pain. But I wasn't able to heal until we figured out what was going on with my nutrition and behind the scenes internally. From there on, I just started getting better and better and better. And I decided I didn't want other people to go down the same route. And I thought it was like a new purpose in life. I knew I had to help other people who were in the same situation as me, who are being told by the doctors, it's all in your head. Here's more drugs, go get this surgery. That there are other ways to heal your body. It's possible.
Yeah, it's amazing. So happening that to you seems like you must discover your purpose, or and you're helping other people. Would you say, is that your passion?
Definitely among one of them. I would say my first passion in life was actually painting. I'm an artist. I draw. I do murals. I paint. And then later on, martial arts, which still is. I don't have as much time to practice now that that I have a busy practice to run. But yeah, right now, I'd say my number one focus is just telling people, listen, if you've tried everything, do not give up. Do not give up on yourself. It's always possible to get better. Even if it's not 100%, you can heal. And just because the doctor told you it's impossible, or 10 doctors told you it's impossible, it is not impossible. It is always possible. And there's always someone else. Even if you tried another acupuncturist or another functional medicine doctor, they're not all the same. And that's one of the things with Eastern medicine is you can go to 3 different doctors and they might all have a different course of treatment for you. So sometimes you need to think outside the box and do not give up. So yeah, that is my passion now, is just helping people restore their health, maintain their health, and prevent going down a road that leads to more drugs and more surgeries.
No, I totally believe. I mean, you have helped me with, I have that stiff neck from sleeping with a different pillow, and you just had one session and boom, that's it. So.
And how long was that going on for?
It was going on for like 2-3 months, something like that.
I have people sometimes, they've had neck pain maybe 10 years, 15 years. And sometimes 1 or 2 sessions, it's like 80% better. Now, sometimes it's a little slower. Sometimes it takes a few sessions, but you never know. It could be like you, where it's 2-3 months or 10 years and 1-2 sessions. It could be night and day, or it might take 5 sessions. It might take 10 sessions, but you don't need to live with the pain. You can't pop a leave and Advil every night. It's going to tear up your stomach. Tylenol is going to destroy your liver. It's dangerous. There's about 7,000 Americans die every year from aspirin and Tylenol and all that kind of stuff. And even if it doesn't kill you, there are side effects. Right. So this is all natural. There is no side effects, and it's not painful, and it works most of the time. For most people, have good success with this.
Absolutely. I know you have another patient to go in a little bit, so I'm not going to take more of your time. But one last question: what is happiness for you?
Happiness for me, it's a good question. I think that has to come from internally. And I've spent time living with Shaolin monks in Buddhist temples in China and throughout Asia, months at a time sometimes. And they told us the number one medicine when we got there first. They asked us, what do you think the best medicine is? We all thought, of course, diet or meditation. They said, no, happiness. Right. So, and we sat with a monk one day for 2 hours, and he told us this story about a cancer patient he was treating. And I'll sum it up for you because we don't have that kind of patients here in the West. But after 2 hours, the moral of the story was he told his cancer patient to every day go climb a mountain, get to the top of the mountain, and just scream out at the top of his lungs, "I'm healthy and I'm happy. I'm healthy and I'm happy." And now we know that is a type of neuro-linguistic programming, right? So NLP, which is very common for psychotherapy or psychologists today and psychiatry. The more you say it, the more you believe it. Same thing with the news. We hear them say the same thing over and over and over. Doesn't matter if it's real or not, we're going to believe it. So I think being content with oneself, not having to constantly chase, things and just being grateful. I think being grateful will allow you to be happy. And even if you're, we're not always happy all the time. Nobody's happy 100% of the time. But if you just try to keep a positive mindset, and even when you're not feeling great, just be aware that, I'm not having a great day, but, I'm super thankful for my family or my job or whatever it is that I do. Even if you don't have that I have some shelter, that I have a shirt on my back, I'm happy for that. And eventually you can reprogram your mind. And same thing, with pain. If we focus on the negative all the time, if we're focusing, oh, my shoulder hurts, you're never going to be happy, and it's never going to not hurt. So we need to change our thought patterns around to say, I'm happy, my shoulder feels great. I'm happy, my shoulder feels great. And eventually we'll all be happy. And then the most important thing, I think, is smiling. And even with Tai Chi and Qigong, they tell you before you start your set, you smile. And there's a meditation where it's we call it an inner smile, where it's not even so much with the mouth. You're looking inside with your eyes looking back into the body, and you actually go and you smile at your organs and you show gratitude to your organs and the different body parts, and that will make you happy.
That sounds beautiful. Maybe another time you'll come and tell us a little bit of your experiences with that or with your art.
I would love to. Yeah, maybe we do another talk specifically about the meditations or some of the qigong work. It'd be my pleasure.
Yeah, because it all, you know, the mind and the body, it's all connected, and
correct.
You couldn't say anything more, you know, beautiful and positive. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here for your time, and it's been a pleasure. It's been an honor, and thank you so much, Doctor.
It's my pleasure, and thank you so much for what you're doing and for sharing this kind of stuff with people, and just for being you. Really appreciate it. Keep the show going strong. We love seeing all the stuff that you're putting out. And hello, everybody. And if everybody wants to find us, you can find us at imedicineus.com. That's the letter I, medicineus.com, or and that's our hashtag too, or at imedicineus on Facebook and Instagram and all that.
Yes, and I will have that information on the post written on Facebook, on Instagram, as well as YouTube. Well,
awesome. Yeah, because even if people are not local, we do telehealth consults just like this on Zoom, and we ship herbs and supplements, or can just make dietary recommendations to people. And we do that regularly for people all over the world. So we're happy to help with anything we can. And thank you so much again, and have a blessed, wonderful rest of your day. I'm looking forward to talking to you soon. I'm so glad the neck is doing better.
Thank you, Dr. Phil. Blessings to you, and talk to you soon. Thank you.
Take care.
You too.
Bye-bye, Nicole.